Right, time now for your trending topics, and Sakina joining us, of course, from the Madlanga Commission. So, SK, I mean, we can start off with, obviously, the first one that's trending, and that one is Bheki Cele. And the Bheki Cele trend is related very much to what happened at the Madlanga Commission yesterday. Kat Matlala placing the former police minister back at the centre of the commission with testimony yesterday.
That's right, Leanne, and of course all of those allegations that of course I would imagine will be tested, but among the things were of course what Kat Matlala told the commission Bheki Cele had told him about things such as the minister on suspension now, Senzo Mchunu, and what some of his plans may have been in replacing General Khumalo with Firoz Khan. And, you know, then it also went on to issues around monies to Brown Mohotsi, the monies that were paid, including money for an ANC event, which we've heard several times of, even at the ad hoc committee. So this is where Bheki Cele enters the fray, Leanne, all in that testimony yesterday by Vusmuzi Kat Matlala.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so back on the socials, there he is, Bheki Cele. So let's now look at AfriForum. So AfriForum, there's one or two things, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom of which one it is. But I think most likely it could be about the new contempt of court application against the EFF and Julius Malema. That sort of got some traction yesterday on social media. It alleges that renewed calls for people to occupy land breach a March 27 court order prohibiting Malema and the EFF from encouraging unlawful entry onto land. And then there was also this meeting, something about a meeting that may be called with March on March, an AfriForum.
That's an interesting one, Leanne, and of course, again, these are trending topics, and people will say all sorts of things, and we just reflect on what it is that they are talking about, what they are saying. But that's one to watch. That's going to be an interesting development. Should it come to that? Should it come to pass? But of course, some people talking about where the commonalities lie, but of course, others, as you can imagine, on the opposite side of that spectrum. Talking about how these, are simply two things that should not meet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I say two things, I mean in terms of the substance of it, not the entities.
Exactly. Let's see what happens. But I mean, I'm seeing a clip from Jacinda Ngubese Zuma saying that she's meeting AfriForum tomorrow. So as in, this was yesterday, so it should be today. I don't know. We'll watch the space. That's what's apparently.
It's going to be interesting.
Oh,
it's going to be very interesting.
Oh yes, it is. Okay, SADC. So obviously this is pertaining to SADC, and we just had that meeting that was held here in South Africa, and I think many hailing it a great success. The president, of course, really pushing the whole issue of unity, and one believes he needed to, after especially where South Africa is at the moment, with regard to the whole issue of immigrants and that whole March on March. So we definitely needed the president to come through like this, and of course SADC is now what we have assumed the chairpersonship of. The president has taken the chairpersonship of SADC. Zambia becomes incoming chair, and King Mswati III takes over the organ on politics, defence and security cooperation. So there was a lot that was established, especially on tourism, economic trade, industrialization, all of these kind of things. So there was a lot discussed there.
And then, of course, the issue of immigration also placed front and center at that heads of state and government meeting, Leanne, because of what has been happening in South Africa of late. We know March on March, they staged a protest yesterday in eThekwini at the same time as this SADC meeting was taking place. And, there is, of course, a school of thought that says that this is an opportunity for the leaders to have frank conversations about what is wrong and to call each other out where need be. But of course, as you say, at the end of the day, it was all about unity.
That's it. I think that's That's the president's key word. President Cyril Ramaphosa loves that unity word. But other big issues also being discussed there, and I know our team covered it so well, but peace efforts in the DRC, dialogue in Madagascar. They spoke about Cabo Delgado, the terrorism in Mozambique's northernmost part. Also approving former Botswana President Mokgweetsi Masisi and former Mozambique President Joaquim Chissano for the panel of elders. So there really was a lot that happened. And then finally Hayden, and this one happened while we were on air yesterday, and this is the American actor Hayden Panettiere, who, I mean, if you see her face, I'm sure a lot of people just, automatically recognize her because she has been in so many different movies and sitcoms and you name it, Heroes, Nashville, and a lot of those Scream films. I mean, we always used to watch those when we were younger. Dying at 36 on Sunday, and I know a lot say that there's still no facts, but there was definitely something to do with cardiac arrest, but the surrounding things we're still yet to hear about it, but a very sad story indeed.
Very sadly, Anne, and I must say I was shocked yesterday when the news came through, and one's immediate reaction is that at such a tender age, what possibly could have been the cause? And as you say, we still await to hear what the real story is, the actual cause. But of course, it's a sad moment for the entertainment industry, and that one people still talking about on X.
Yeah, it really is. Actually, here's a little bit of a point that people may or may not know. I just saw this one. She actually spent 5 months in KwaZulu-Natal filming Racing Stripes as a teenager. Filmed in the Midlands and in Scottsville Racecourse in Pietermaritzburg. So yeah, that's quite an interesting fact, but very sad story, and we'll wait to find out the final confirmation of what it was that unfortunately took her life. Thank you, SK. We'll see you in a couple of minutes' time.